Greetings and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Brother Talk to Teach, listen to learn your truth. Transfer engineer, awesome the most, asshole to many. I feel very grateful to be able to share my special perspective today. The reason I feel that my perspective is special is because it's mine. And I took the time to put this together to share it. And you should feel that your perspective is special as well. So do that. But today I wanted to share my perspective on how the media is out here trying to buck break our brothers Kyrie Irving and Kanye West, right? And so you know what I mean when I say by buck breaking. ESPN right now is just they got a campaign going on, especially with Kyrie Irving having the sports connection, and they. So if you don't know, the brother Kyrie posted on his own personal account, from what I understand, a movie called "From Hebrews to Negroes." And for some reason or another, he's not allowed to do that. They seem to be calling him to task and asking him to apologize. To this point, he's already taken it down off of his personal account, right? And so he's taking it down, and I really hope the brother doesn't apologize because what happened to freedom of speech? Is he not allowed to study it, even if it would be not from a historical vantage point? We're not allowed to learn other understandings. To my understanding, and what's being said is the big deal is, and first of all, I want to say the people that are condemning Kyrie for this, most of which never saw the movie, read the book, they don't really know what they're talking about. So clearly, they must be given some information from, let's just say, from above them, from their superiors. So if I'm going to take a stance like that and condemn a brother, especially for the brothers, especially for the black men of ESPN, like I'm just doing my job only really goes so far. Some of it should be innate within you to do some research before you condemn somebody. Like you don't even understand his vantage point, his point of view. And why is this brother not allowed to learn? Why is he not allowed to explore? Because the movie quotes Hitler? So are you to maintain the point that Hitler has never said anything correct? He's never said anything that was right. He never said anything that was profound. I didn't say he was not a murderer. I didn't say he was not part of a genocidal movement. But we have a lot of people in our government, in our history, and they're quoted all throughout the libraries. And so, please, really stop with the hypocrisy, right? And so I just hope we galvanize and we stick together and show this brother Kyrie some love. And Kyrie, I really hope that you don't. I understand you have a career. I understand you have a family, a livelihood, but I hope you don't bow down. Because we've seen this movie already. We just saw this happen with, oh my God, Wildin' Out. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He had to go on the whole worldwide you-ish ass kissing tour and apology because he said something that they didn't like. Um, he said something against the you-ish people. And so my question with that is like, why are they different? So anytime someone says something that they don't care for, and I'll begin to go into a Kanye West as well, but says something that they don't care for, so they begin to go into something called anti-Semitic, and they call you anti-Semitic, and so that's an old trick. Like how many times have we seen this? Nick Cannon, forgive me, Nick Cannon just did this, said something that the Jews didn't like. Excuse me, the Jewish Misspoke. The Jewish people did not like, and so he had to go on an apologetic tour in order to get his career back, in order to get his show back. So who controls the shows? Who controls the career in Hollywood? Um, so anytime you do something like that, they label you something called anti-Semitic. And again, it's an old trick. Like it's getting old. Like we've seen it before. So to my understanding, anti-Semitic means racist, right? It means something against the. I tell you what. Let's look at the definition. The definition is anti-Semitic is hostile or prejudice against Jewish people. But prejudice is prejudice, right? So racism is racism, right? So if anti-Semitic is for Jewish people, what happens when there's something that's anti-black? So I looked up anti-black. I looked up the word anti-black, and it just simply said racism. It says racism, and then it says prejudiced, discriminatory, racist. Right, but this is not all it says. So I looked up anti-black, and it says prejudice. It says discriminatory. It says racist, and then it says anti-Semitic. I looked up anti-black. It says anti-Semitic. Who's really anti-Semitic? Who's really anti-Semitic? Who's really prejudiced? Who's really racist? So if I stand on the corner and yell out, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to murder you, does it make me a murderer? I haven't murdered anyone. I said some murder type rhetoric. So we don't have the cachet, we don't have the power to keep anyone from going to a school. We don't have the power to keep anyone from living in a neighborhood. We don't have the power to keep someone from getting a housing loan. We don't have the power to keep someone from getting a small business loan. We don't have the power to depict someone in a less than glamorous light on every network. We don't have the power to do that. So whatever we may say, we're on the corner yelling, I'm going to kill you. But there is a group of people that have the power, the opportunity, the willingness, and the resources to be racist, to be prejudiced, to be anti-Semitic, right? Because there are a certain group of people that are you-ish, and then there are another group of people that are you. And somehow the you-ish people got to take the place of you. There is a quote from a leader of Palestine, I believe, that said that you left here black and you came back white and you will never have peace. And so there's a country that receives billions and billions of dollars right off the top of your money. You go pay over in the state of Israel. Am I not? Is that not true? Is that not mistaken? Who's the anti-Semite? Who's the racist? Who's prejudiced? Who owns record labels? Can you make a song about killing dogs? No. Can you make a song about killing niggas? Yeah. Yeah. I think you can. I think it's been done every day. And then always look who profits, because there are songs, there are radio stations, there are networks, there are labels that make a lot of money off of things like I'm gonna F that B, I'm gonna kill that N. Who benefits? Is it us? I'm not talking about the artist that you see who is in a rental car flashing a stack of money that he has to give back after the video shoot. And even if he does it, there's one person out of how many? And I even believe when you get to a certain point, when you get to a certain financial status, the agreement is that you can't go back and help, because otherwise I wouldn't understand why there wouldn't be a group of millionaires, and even as we reach billionaires at this point, that wouldn't fix the problem unless you agreed not to get to that status. So I'll be the first to say I'm not a Kanye West fan. I don't own a shoe, never bought a shoe. I can't really tell you a Kanye song at this point. I don't know, I'm not a fan. You know, musically, fashionably, I like. But I tell you what, from looking at the brother on the outside, from the outside looking in, I don't really respect a brother that's being rewarded by the enemy. So you that's out there that's black and you claim to be black and Afrocentric and Asiatic and woke, and you know what I'm saying, you care about the melanated people and all of that, but you still seeking an Emmy, a Grammy, an Academy Award. You're still looking to be patted on the head by the master. God bless you, everyone. We are in a Montessori school, so to speak, a class. We're all in the same class, uh, but we're in different grades. And so I don't judge anyone for being where I used to be, and I certainly look forward to being where I see that there are some ahead of me. I look for that growth. So, it's not like that, but um, there's still an accountability factor. And I'm not a fan of Kanye, but from the outside looking in, when I see him go from being rewarded by the enemy with his awards and so on and so forth to being, I start to see them come down on him, and I start to see them ridicule, and I start to see them ostracize. And let me tell you, the first sign that I see is when they start to call him crazy. They start to discredit him. So now they're assassinating his character before they assassinate him. And so I begin to pay attention. And so I'm listening to what this brother is saying. And he's upsetting a lot of people by telling the truth. And let me tell you, when you talk about the cancel culture, when you talk about those sort of things, they don't cancel you for telling lies. If that was the case, who wouldn't be canceled? They cancel you for revealing truth. So what did he say that upset them? Look into it. He's not wrong. Why are they so upset? Pay attention. It makes sense. But what's saddening to me is that aside from the criticism he'll get from the enemy, we are broken people, because there's so many of us that will be sent to ridicule. Like even the mindset. I read a quote that said, "If there were no pink people on the earth tomorrow, supremacism would still exist, because it exists in the mind of us. We hate each other. We hate ourselves. Let's start healing that, people. Common sense ain't all that common. Look at what's before you. Look who benefits. Who benefits? Who wins? Who loses? Why is it there's no such thing as coincidence? Why is it there's a need for us to be on the bottom of everything? When you look at the advertisements, the advertisements, pay attention. There's an agenda. There is a determined persistence, omission of masculine black men. Why is that? There's always cause and effect. Hey, this is Brother Talk to Teach, Listen to Learn, your truth transfer engineer, with my perspective on what's going on with our brothers Kyrie Irving and Kanye West. I didn't touch every point, but I'm sure I'll get some feedback from this. So be well. Peace.